Welcome back, guys. Hope you're all doing well this Monday. Quick update then. So I failed my PRINCE2 exam. I got 50%, I should have got 60% to pass. I was 6 marks off passing. And now I'm in the position with my project management where I'm right at the end, so I've invested loads of hours into it. Luckily I spoke to the guy who's running the course that I'm on, and he said that he can still give me 2 months extra in order to kind of get this sorted. But I don't have any money at the moment. I haven't been working since I quit, and so I now find myself in a position where I need to pay about maybe £700 max to kind of retake some of these exams, and I have no money. So right now I'm applying for jobs, and I'm not actually that bothered by this setback. Sure, 700 might seem like a lot, but I have a much larger kind of plan now, and I have a much larger game, and what really drives me is this belief that I can really achieve what I actually want to achieve. And so I'm not actually bothered with how it's taking a while. This is just one step on the journey. It's like one trip on a journey, but you know you're going to continue the journey. You know you've still got the end journey in sight, you've still got the goal in sight, you're still going to continue walking that way. You just got to maybe rest up at an inn on the way on your journey and recover from a graze or something you've got. So yeah, that's how I feel. I don't actually feel phased, and if anything, I actually feel good about myself, which is funny, I know, isn't it? But I'm thinking to myself that this is a situation where so many other people may quit, or they may just give up, or they might just try and they might just not think it's possible for them. But I'm using this as a moment where it's almost like a gate, and that here are these series of gates, and in order to get to the end, you need to just keep on passing through the gates. And most people never get to the end because they just never end up passing through the gates. Yeah, and that's exactly what I'm doing now. I'm just passing through a gate. There's going to be a couple of people that are going to be left behind, and in that kind of weird, kind of dark truth about society, I kind of feel like I'm doing better because I know that I won't be in the same position as they will be in, and when they will be in a bad position because they gave up. And also this kind of this ability and drive to have this end goal in mind that I'm thinking of allows me to basically just say that anything else on the way to that journey, that goal, is it's just relative. It kind of almost doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I get a job stacking shelves for 3 months. It doesn't matter if I go and work at a bar for 6 months. It doesn't matter if I actually had to even beg on the street for a month or anything like this, because the goal is the thing that's worth achieving, and nothing else really matters. And because I've really kind of worked up this frenzy, this fervent for it, I just feel motivated. And yeah, it's actually it gives me so much energy. It's I have such an energy which I haven't had for ages, for a while actually, really. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. Get a job, get enough money to then start to be able to pay for the re-examinations and some of the mock exams and stuff. Work when I need to, maybe max 20 hours a week, just to have something there, and then spend the rest of my time nothing else matters other than pushing the ball slightly further up the hill. And in this case, it's then just studying until I get the exam to perfection. Then pass it, move on to the next one, study, and then study a little bit more than that, and then pass the next one. And then from there, it'll be the next kind of chapter. Have a job, and then whatever things have to now start going off in that area. And then that's when I'll reassess things and reevaluate them. That's also why I'm wearing my project management hat. This isn't the actual one for many of the you viewers who are tuned in on these things. But it is but it's the replacement one for now because I couldn't find it. But yeah, I mean that's it. There's nothing really else to say. I feel good in a way. So yeah, so financially doing broke, but actually mentally got a good mindset now. Also, yeah, I've been reading Millionaire Fastlane and the 4-Hour Work Week. The 4-Hour Work Week, my God, that's really changed my mind on a lot of things now. That's been this is the thing that's given me this drive. It really helps realize that reality doesn't have to be how you think it is. What's the next thing as well? Socially, I've been seeing a lot of my friends recently. That's been really nice. I'm blessed with amazing friends. I'm very happy for the friends I have. Felt anxious around them. I've always felt that way, but it's been okay. Me and Pro are doing well. Our relationship just grows like the stock market, dips and rises, but ultimately there's still just a very growing trend there. They've been getting better and better over the years. And yeah, I mean that's it really. Yeah. Oh, physically, that's the thing I was going to come to. Physically, I'm not doing the best. I've got this thing about my throat that's terrible. I've got pains all over my body most of the time. I was going to start reading a book that was about it's kind of like an alternative to medicine. Not alternative medicine, but an alternative to medicine. I listened to a Mark Hyman podcast, and I know he wouldn't necessarily, those two aren't related. Well, they are related, but they're not associated, or they would maybe not choose to be associated with each other. But I listened to the Andrew Huberman podcast with Mark Hyman on it, and that was really interesting and enlightening. So after I've secured a lot of these things, we'll have to check the backlog. We'll have to see what are the next kind of user stories we'll have to go with, and then we'll just do them. But yeah, ultimately, it's that whole feeling of everything else is relative to the end goal, and I dream about the end goal, and I care about it so much. I have a passion for it, as Mac DeMarco says. I don't know if his name's Mac DeMarco. I know his second name's DeMarco, but I don't know about Mac. Anyway, I'll see you guys next week, and yeah, love you.